How different would your life be if you only slept for 30 minutes a day? What if you had to huddle in groups of 40 every time you went to bed? Or hold a family member's hand throughout the night? Well, for some species, these unusual sleep habits are a reality. And if you think your sleep mask and white noise machine are weird, you ain't seen nothing yet. When you go to sleep, you probably don't have to worry about anything trying to eat you in the middle of the night. But that's not the case for every animal out there. For many species, sleep is the time when they're most vulnerable. So they've developed routines that are less focused on comfort and more so on surviving through the night. Do any animals sleep as long as we do? Which species only sleeps for 5 minutes at a time? And how do some creatures sleep while they fly? Shh, these sea otters are fast asleep. And yes, they're holding hands. Just when you thought they couldn't get any cuter. But sorry to burst your bubble, their hand-holding is not some sweet display of affection. It has a more practical purpose. Because sea otters sleep on their backs, they need to have something to hold on to so they don't drift away during their slumber. Usually their solution is to anchor themselves with sea kelp. But when there's none around, they have to hold on to each other instead. This keeps them from floating away from each other, and it's pretty darn adorable. Well, seeing that you have that silly grin on your face, we might as well continue with the cuteness overload. These furry cuddlers are meerkats, and they sleep in very close quarters. Ever shared a tent with a few people? Well, it's like that, except there are up to 40 of you, and you're literally on top of each other. The meerkats huddle together in a big hole to keep warm throughout the night. Their leaders are at the bottom of the pile for protection. Hopefully no one snores. But not every animal needs to be in a group to catch some shut-eye. In fact, some creatures, like the walrus, don't require much of anything to fall asleep. When they want to doze off, they just do it, no matter where they are. They can even sleep underwater, but only for about 5 minutes at a time, as they can't hold their breath any longer. But don't worry, they make up for it when they're back on land, where they're known to sleep for up to 19 hours a day. Ugh. There must be a lot of jealous animals out there, since not everyone gets to sleep so carefree. If most animals slept like the walrus does, they'd probably be dead. Take giraffes, for instance. They only sleep about 5 minutes at a time, racking up a total of approximately 30 minutes a day. They don't do this because they like the extra time to be productive. They do this so that they can remain on alert against predators. Then there are horses, who usually don't even bother sitting down to sleep. They lock their legs in an upright position so they're able to sleep standing up without falling over. This allows them to respond more quickly to threats that arise while they're sleeping. And finally, we have the albatross, one of the world's most versatile sleepers. They don't even come down to Earth to sleep. They catch their Z's while flying. They use their giant wings to ride rising air currents and to keep them afloat while power napping. This allows them to travel extremely long distances without getting tired and without stopping. While these methods of sleeping may seem alien to us, these animals prove that any sleep pattern can be normal as long as it works for you. And that's why they're crazy creatures.